start the return inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. So the Duke Blue Devils offense will come out first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Well, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Oh, they're after him! And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. The Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Notre Dame's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just onto the...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Takes the catch. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. End zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly, and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air. It's on target and complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10, and he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. And Duke has the ball back and ready to go on the attack. Off the play fake on first down, to throw. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play. The Blue Devils moving quickly to the line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Up-tempo for the offense. The give out of the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
This defense is so well coached. They came into this game knowing that they were going to see some screen passes. On 3rd down, they were expecting it, and now they have a chance to get off the field.
Punt is on its way. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete out of the backfield. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Clark. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying the left side. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch him get off the football, make the play.
He's got it. First down and more. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. To the air, it's Carr. Finds his target down the middle.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The screen, he can go. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Gets loose in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Using his legs. It's Bray. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. The give from the gun. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. He'll try to get it in with the run. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. With that run, he breaks through the 3,000-yard mark for his career.
Man, that says a lot about you. When you rush for 3,000 yards in this world where it's pass happy, that you got a guy that, no, I'm going to give him touches because he's productive. Palmer, it's...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to throw, it's Mahan. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes back at the 3.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
The give on the inside. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll return it from around the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got a chance. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They want to run it left here. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Here's first and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Iron!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Mahan. Looking deep down the right side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Back to pass on second down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Gilbert. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
That's reeled in, it's Boyd. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
To the ground with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They are perfect on fourth down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient. points on the board before the break. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like they're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
2-0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Blue Devils will boot it away to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that...
Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Notre Dame will come to the line after that huge gain and try to keep the momentum going. Now they'll try the right side. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Back to pass, it's Mahad. Here's the pressure. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Handoff from the gun.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Little touch pass to the receiver. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. From the gun, the running back has it. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. To the air, it's Carr. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame. Try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score.
Yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be brought down. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fakes to grab. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Blue Devils will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They unleash unleashed an aerial assault last time that took him right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You can put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups.
There he goes. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's Clark. Got some room. Headed to the goal. Together, that was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this. Around a 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He'll do it himself. Sweet cut there. Recovers the fumble and he's still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Now the play fake. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and then did the rest himself. Points on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the... Because everything else ain't working anyways.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. In the backfield, he's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Mahan. Lofts one high and deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. The Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
As they get set. Just about to reach the end of the quarter. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. Throwing right. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. catch in the middle. It's Bray there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Let's send the tight end in motion. Got a little space. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Quick completion on the out route. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Quick pass on the fly motion. Oh, what a move. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the run, it's Bray. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick, breaks into the open. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Back to throw, it's Bobo. Quickly to the tight end. Still running at the 40. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
The Blue Devils decide to punt it away.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. On on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week in, week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters, they're watching this one.
With jet sweep pass. Nice move there. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Back to pass, it's Carr. Unloads to the right. Caught near the sideline, it's Boyd. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Turning it on! And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
To the ground. He's got it again. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And obviously, this guy's been hyped up, and we've talked about him in the Heisman race. What do you have to do? You got to finish strong. The voters are watching what you do at the end of the season. Awesome opportunity. Put together a 100-yard game last week. Put some stats up. Get a bunch of...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Looking to fire. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. The standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Minnesota is on the ropes, and it's like they're looking at their corner and saying, no mas. The type of performance we're just not used to seeing in Minneapolis.
He smashes his way through again. Out of bounds at the 13, and that's just what the doctor ordered for this offense. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a man, it's Bobo. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Can they catch him? Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best plays.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. Here's the return. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.